Europe, it's definitely like the most highest level of soccer.
You watch it, you get the same emotions as the World Cup final.
But really here in the US where soccer isn't that big, it still really gets people to come out and enjoy. What is it about the Champions League? The Champions League is the most watched soccer competition here in the United States, but why is that? Today, we are here in Houston, Texas to find out as hundreds of soccer fans are here to watch the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, and we're going to answer the question, why do Americans love the Champions League?
It was a great game, dude. I mean, we won the 15th Champions League, and no other team has ever done that in the world.
Visca Barcelona. Fuck Madrid.
Vamos Vinicius, vamos Carvajal, vamos!
When you see Ancelotti do this,
He do this.
easy dubs.
Tell me, can you put it into words? What was that experience like? Obviously, I saw there's a lot of people. I mean, what was the atmosphere? What was it like watching that game?
It was kind of expected that we would win, but it was amazing to watch it again. 15, I got the 13 shirt here, right here, and it was just, amazing to see Madrid winning again.
Europe's got amazing teams everywhere, players from all parts of the world, and that really takes everybody's eyes, let's say. So all parts of Houston came over here today just to get in the bar. It took me like 30-40 minutes on the line. So it was an amazing game. Everybody enjoyed it. It was amazing.
Hey, they only got to where they got because they played the referees.
It was a great game,
No
dude.
haters. Everybody's seen it live all over the world. All over the world. They played the refs.
Oh, it was amazing. Can't comprehend. Obviously, Dortmund was probably the toughest opponent that we've had in a long time. But it was a good time, you know.
That was a good game. You know, it was kind of slow in the beginning, but at the end we pulled through. We got Luka Modric last game. We had who else last game? Tony Cruz last game. So it was a really good game. Follow me on Instagram.
What do you guys think? I mean, obviously, good result, feeling good, probably really happy. Tell me overall, how can you put it into words?
Dortmund had us first half. Halftime always changes everything. We're the best club in the world, never a doubt. Never a doubt, ever.
And you had to wait till Carlo Ancelotti raised his eyebrow. When he raised his eyebrow, that's when you knew it was time. Everybody in the front in the 70th minute after the first corner, we were like, this is it. And literally, as we said that, el primer gol vino, the first goal came. There was no doubt.
I'm sure you're happy. Good result for you. Just overall, the experience, the game, the result, how you feeling? Just share your thoughts.
I'm feeling ecstatic right now. I'm so glad that Real Madrid won today. I feel like out of all their dominance, this is just another trophy in the cabinet. I think Vinicius is definitely going to be a legendary player. He's very young. He's got like so many years to come, you know.
And it's a Madrid thing, man. Like just when you least expect it, from Carvajal to get that header on the corner and put it through, and then for Vini to put it through the way it happened, it gave ease. Great result. Extremely happy. You know, Champions League winners, La Liga winners. So now it's just sit down and enjoy and see what the transfer window brings, see how the team performs in the transfer window, and look forward.
We got a Manchester United fan in this.
2026 Champions League winners, right? 2026. There you go. Not next year because we're in the Europa League.
It was a great game. I mean, Dortmund had us on the first half. I ain't gonna lie, Dortmund had the game. But the second,
Madrid sucked ass.
I mean, I'm not sure who you were rooting for, who you want to see, but how are you feeling overall? What was your experience like watching that final?
Oh, wait. First of all, I want to say it was a great final. Great final. I support Barcelona. I hate Madrid, but I'm an honest man, and I will say it was a great game. Best team won, and I will say Dortmund has nothing to be mad about. They shot, they couldn't score, they couldn't win the game. The object of the game is to score and win. No matter how pretty it is, but you got to score the goals. But frankly, like I said, my respects to Madrid. They won again. Unfortunately, I hate it, but it's the reality of a man. You got to be honest about it, right? So, but back to your question. Hey, United 2026. Hey, I'm with you, brother. Let's go. Let's see what you got.
Now, obviously, I'm a Manchester United fan, so my team will not be playing in the Champions League final today, unfortunately. But I'm still going to have some fun because of the picks that I made with Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy, guys, it is the best way to play daily fantasy sports games because it's super easy to play, especially their pick'em game, which is my personal favorite because all I have to do is pick higher or lower on certain stats for certain players. And if I get my picks correct, I get to win a bit of money. As you guys can see with the picks that I made for this match on the screen right now, it's not always easy to win. I have won a good amount in the past and it makes it super fun. But to be honest, even when I don't win, it's still fun because it makes watching the game more interesting. I'm paying more attention, especially when my team isn't playing. I make some picks for the other teams and now I'm more engaged. Now, if you guys want to make some picks for the next soccer match or any other sporting event that you watch, make sure you sign up for Underdog Fantasy using the link in the description, and make sure that you use the promo code SuperSub so that you can get your special pick and a first-time deposit offer of up to $250 in bonus cash. And guys, when you use that link and that promo code, it really does help us out a lot. So a big thank you for that, and also a big thank you to our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. The question I want to ask you, right, to follow up with that, because you mentioned the Madrid life, the Madrid history, because the video project that we're working on is kind of like the Champions League is the most watched soccer competition, like here in the US. We see like the different bars, they're filled up with people coming to watch it. I'll ask you personally, what is it about the Champions League competition, right? Obviously, you're a Madrid fan, so you're well familiar with it. What is it about the Champions League that attracts the eyes of everybody around the world? But really here in the US, where soccer isn't that big, it still really gets people to come out and enjoy. What is it about the Champions League?
Man, probably the best way I can equate it, it would be like a great football playoff game or a great basketball playoff game. You know, at the end of the day, that's when the lights turn on and everything really matters. That's when, like, throughout your season, you may not be playing the best offense or the best defense, but on those nights, you have to be all the way in. You have to be committed, and that little slack that you give to your season has to be 100% present at that point. And that's what the great teams turn on at that right moment, and that's what makes it so great. It's like no other competition in the world. It's sometimes a la Madrid. It might be even better than sometimes than even the World Cup itself.
Right.
Just when you have the best teams in Europe with the biggest superstars competing, it's the closest thing to a regular World Cup on an annual basis. So you can't get better than that, man.
What is it about that competition, the Champions League, that just attracts so many people? What is it about it that like we're filling up bars, you know? For a country that soccer isn't as big as other sports, why is it so big here?
What a great way to explain this. Okay, so you have domestic leagues all around the world, right? Okay, so there's the NBA, there's the MLB, right? There's NHL, right? And they always say they're world champions. But that's basically one league in one nation, in one country. You go to Europe, you have England, Italy, Germany, you name it. They have their domestic leagues. The top teams from those get seeded into the Champions League. To even have a chance to get into the greatest competition in the world, you have to qualify for it. And if you're from a smaller country, you have to go through a round-robin knockout phase. There's nothing like it.
It's just greatness. It's just greatness. It's just greatness, bro. Everyone knows that when it comes to Champions League, Madrid's always going to come through every year. And if we don't, it's because the other team was just better, simple. But it's just great. It's just greatness, man. To me, this is equal to the World Cup. You watch it, you get the same emotions as the World Cup final. Like, greatness is all I can describe.
It's like it's seeing the best of the best. Is that what it is?
The best.
It's as simple as that. Awesome. The best of the best. And the best of the best is
Real Madrid.
Awesome. What is it about? Is it just the big players, the big names, the big teams? What is it about it that gets the people excited, you think?
I think it's just been a historic thing for a long time. Right now, it's may become a new era for like football because Florentino Perez wants to do something else. Especially like the next year, we're doing like a whole new like system, which might do a lot of things, but I think the history is definitely the answer.
Obviously, you're a Madrid fan, right? So you're familiar with the hype of the Champions League and winning it. What is it about that competition that brings the fans out? What do you love about it? What do you think the people love about it?
I think what I love about it is that in Europe, it's definitely like the most highest level of soccer. You know, you have so many historic clubs. I'm pretty sure I see you were in the United jersey. So there was a time when, you know, United has played in finals and they scored goals. Ronaldo was there. I mean, he's also contributed in Madrid. You know, same with Real Madrid. Like, they've won a lot of Champions Leagues as well. There's other clubs. It's like, I feel like there's a really high competition there in Europe, especially at that level.
Awesome, man. My final question I asked you, because we do videos like about different soccer here, like in the US. Obviously, we come to these games. We do like even the MLS games. What can like soccer here in the US, MLS learn from like the Champions League? Because Champions League is the most popular soccer competition. People come up, they're filling up bars to watch it. Is it just a matter of just raising the quality? Is that why Champions League is so big? Because it's the best of the best. What can like MLS learn from that?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
There's a lot of people here just in the Houston area that get excited about soccer. We got Madrid fans, there were some Dortmund fans, even like Manchester. You know, people love soccer here, but it's for the Champions League, right? People get excited about the Champions League. What can like the local soccer, maybe like the Dynamo and MLS, learn to get that excitement to translate to like local soccer here, you think?
Teach fans passion, bro. For example, Dortmund, they're one of the best fan bases out there. Their fans always losing 2-0 in the Champions League final. They were singing their ass off. Sorry for cussing, but that's it, bro. Teaching passion. If they can teach Americans passion, that would change the game. Because like if you watch NBA games, it's silent. NFL games, it's silent. Soccer game is never going to be silent ever. So that's what I would say. Teach passion.
I feel like it's like a passion project. I mean, if we're talking like the MLS, at least in America, I feel like there just needs to be a bigger community and like a more involvement, at least locally here, like here in Houston. Like I've been to Dynamo games and it hasn't been as packed. I feel like if there was just a lot more passionate fans in Houston and there was that community for, you know, for players to grow like that, then definitely I think that's just something to learn. Passion. That's probably my answer. And one word, passion.
What needs to change for them to reach like the attention and the popularity, you know, so that people are coming out not just for the Champions League but for like MLS games? Is it really just about having the quality and having the best players? Is that what it is?
Oh man, look, honestly, the qualities we have in a lot of quality here. Like there are kids right now playing around that are phenomenal and they could even become world class, man. It's just there are a lot of issues here with the game, you know, from the pay to play makes it very, very complicated. There's a lot of kids that fall the wayside because of that. And then the MLS itself, they have to lose the reins, let them a little bit loose so the teams can do what the teams want to do. There are owners that want to spend money, they're going to spend the money. Right. So just loosen up the regulations a little bit, let them be able to entice younger superstars or younger talent to arrive and help the league grow a little bit more and make it more interesting. But right now, as it is, they're doing a great job, man. I mean, some of the things have changed. I remember watching the MLS as a little kid, man, when it started like in 94, 95. Right. And to today, like the talent is better, the conditioning is better, the systems are better, everything's way better. It's just they need to start loosening up things a little bit more to be able to make it a little bit more attractive and incentivize the great stars to not only stay here, but even the ones from overseas to want to come and play. Right. But it's all on the MLS. Just a little bit more relaxed on the regulations and the rulings and. In no time, man. It's gonna happen. It will happen. We will become probably the best league in the world. But it has to happen with the help of the MLS.
All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for us here in front of Pitch 25 in Houston, Texas. As you can see, it's a very hot day in Houston. I'm dripping sweat. If this sweat and this grind does not deserve a like on the video and a subscribe, I don't know what does, guys. But with that said, thank you so very much for watching. My name is JT Duenas. You're watching Super Sub Soccer. Have a good one.
Players have more than the whole history. The whole history of Barcelona.